lecture. So the first step to start the balance in life, control on your ego, because your ego has two faces, like a donkey. Our Egyptian ancestors represent the ego as a donkey because the donkey has two characters. One of them, he is a helpful animal for the farmers, but if he in angry condition, he started to make a lot of moving and killing, and he also can make destroying a lot of things in a farm and farmers. So he has a double faces, double characters, like your ego. So they take the double character of the donkey and make the symbolism of the ego. So the first step, you have to deal, you have to make controlling on your ego. You have to own was. Controlling was in ancient Egyptian language, meaning controlling. Wasaya in Arabic. Okay, the ability to control and to deal with your ego. So this is the first enemy in your new path in your life. So you have to deal with your ego to control your ego. Okay. About the second step, if you want to reach to the balance in your life, pleasing of life, first step, control in your ego, and we will learn how we can able to control on our egos. How can I benefit about the useful character of our ego? We will learn more deep info from Egyptian philosophy. The second step, when you start your new path in your life, you have to make stable steps. You have to walk stable steps in your life. The stability, the second important needs in the spiritual path of life. A lot of us needs quick results. A lot of us needs quick results. Would you please define ego as ancient Egyptian understood it? Okay. Again, the Egyptians look at the ego as a double character, look like a donkey. The donkey has two characters, one of them useful and helpful for the farmers, and another characters of the donkey, it's a destroying character, and he can destroy a lot of things in the farm. So your ego has the same character, double character of the donkey. One of them able to push you to upgrade yourself, push you to succeed, and the other character push you to destroy everything. So you have to search how you can deal and benefit with the useful character of your ego. So we will learn a lot of these steps? How can I deal with my ego? Set in ancient Egyptian concept. Is this clear?
Yeah, so are you saying it's the individual's will and it has two sides?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The second step in your path, it's the importance of stability, the importance of continuing. A lot of us needs quickly result. If I started a new path in my life today, I want quickly result tomorrow. I want to reach quickly result after tomorrow, next week, next month, quickly result. So you have to take a stable steps to see your result manifested in your life. So the important second step, continuing to strive despite the challenge, is a great goal that man seeks, to be committed to stability and seriousness. Stability, seriousness, and the path of the tree of life. You have to be stable, take stable steps in your life, take your life in seriousness condition. Our Egyptian ancestors express this idea and the importance of stability with term جد, جد, and they make a جد pillar, جد pillar, the symbol of the backbone of Osiris. Osiris in Egyptian concept, the eternity, the stability, express the eternity, express stability, express ruling. You're able to rule and control your life. So a lot of meaning behind Osiris. And Jed pillar is a symbol of Osiris. How you can to reach to stability, eternity, controlling, you have to make a Jed pillar. A Jed pillar is a backbone of Osiris. And Jed meaning stability, seriousness. You have to be serious in your new path of life. You have to be Gaddi in Arabic language. From Jadd in ancient Egyptian language came the Arabic word again الجدية. لازم تبقى عندك جدية في الطريق بتاعك. You have to be serious in your path of your life. With this seriousness, you will reach to the eternity. We will reach to the stability. We will reach to our goal in our life, the blazing of life. So you have to control on your ego, the first step. The second step, you have to be a serious and take a stable steps in your life. So we have three important symbols. We can make the symbols as a small portrait in the wall of your office desk. You can make this symbol as a portrait in any place you stay a lot of time and meditate and look to each one of these symbols. Ankh. When your eye look at the Ankh, key of life symbol, your mind will make some information. Your mind will think about, I have to connect unified between spiritual and physical needs in my life. And in this condition only, I can feel with the pleasing of life. When your eye see the symbol of was, I have to control on my ego. I have to deal with my ego. I have to make a harmony with my ego to take the useful benefits. When your eye look at the jade pillar that led to Osiris, led to eternity and stability in the life, I have to be serious now. I have to be serious. I have to take stable steps in my life. So each symbol make your mind think positively. Think positively. And this is the power of the symbols in ancient Egypt. And we will express more about 23 powerful symbol in our third lecture, inshallah. We will express how the symbols has inside power, eternal power, and how the symbols in ancient Egypt, they used the symbol to inspire their good thinking and positive thinking. So achieving balance by seeking to achieve Ankh, having control over the ego was achieving the principle of stability, Jed pillar. Okay, here some questions comes to our mind. And important question, how to achieve? How can I achieve Ankh and the deep meaning behind Ankh? How can make the stability in my life? How can I control on my ego was? How do we reach that harmonious state of life? How do we reach the realization of the principle of stability, and how do we achieve control over the ego within us? It's important questions. So this is the beginning of rebirth. Now, if your mind and your soul and your spirit start to ask these questions and need to search about the answers about these questions, this moment you have a rebirth. Rebirth, here you are already beginning a new life. Rebirth, your perception of the physical and spiritual world will be inseparable. This is what our ancestors expressed in the form of scarab. A scarab is a very, very energetic and powerful symbols in ancient Egypt. A scarab in ancient Egypt, which shaked off the sand from itself and come out of the ground, giving birth to new life. You now have a rebirth. Look like the scarab that come out from the sand. So this is the beginning of new consciousness, new life, new life full of powerful, full of spirituality, full of everything. Now you will start the path of the life full of Hetep. Hetep in ancient Egypt, inner peace. Now you will take the path of life that lead you to the inner peace. The state of Hetep is the desire purpose of the journey of the tree of life, a state in which man feels that his soul is bright, glowing, such as sunlight, a winged spirit, unlimited in space and time, not trapped inside the body, can travel between different dimensions at once. The state of Hetep is a state in which man becomes a divine being who has met the mystery of knowledge and the mistress of the universe, a divine being by whose hand miracle occur. So you will start your first step of new path of life, lead you to the inner peace, Hetep. And by the way, Hetep symbol in ancient Egypt consists of carpet in the earth, and small loaf of bread and on the top of this carpet. And from this symbol, that meaning Hetep, inner peace in ancient Egypt, this symbol travel away from the land of Egypt to the land of Asia. And now he appear with new version in the same movement when you tell the other namaste in Indian, namaste. You make your hands in this shape. And this shape, namaste, in Indian is called, that means Hetep, or peace, calm, love, came from the same shape of Hetep in ancient Egypt. This arms represent the carpet on the earth, and the two hands here represent the loaf of bread. Hetep or namaste in India and ancient Egypt, all is the same. Okay, let's continue. Did the ancient Indian concept come before the ancient Egyptian one? No, the Egyptian civilization came before Asian civilization. Look like Indian, Japanese, Chinese, all this civilization at Asia came after ending of Egyptian civilization and the Mesopotamia civilization at Iraq and Syria. So Iraq and Syria and Egyptian civilization was the first two civilizations. After the end of these two civilizations, Asian or Asiatic civilizations came, Japanese, Chinese, and Indian. Okay, so this is a good path. Here, an important idea you have to know. Perfection, ideal. Every civilization has an ideal model of consciousness human being to which everyone seeks to reach the level of awareness. For example, in Asiatic civilizations, the consciousness model, the perfection man and consciousness model is called Buddha. Buddha at Japanese, Avatar at India. At Judaism, for example, the perfection ideal called Solomon. You have to follow the principles and teachings of Solomon, the wise prophet Solomon, to reach to the consciousness, because in Old Testament and the New Testament and also at Quran, in Quran, all the holy books speaks about Prophet Solomon, that the God gifted him with two things. The God gifted Solomon, Prophet Solomon, with two gifts. The first one, wise, wisdom. The God gave the wisdom to Prophet Solomon, and also the God gave the Prophet Solomon rain. He was a wise and the king. He was a wise and the king. So the perfection ideal in Judaism to follow the teaching of Solomon to reach to the wisdom and the reign, wisdom and kingdom and reign, to be king in your life. So the perfection in Judaism, Solomon. Christianity, for example, the perfection ideal in Christianity is Jesus Christ. We have to follow the teaching of Jesus Christ. We have to make our style life as the same style life of Jesus Christ to enter the Malakut, to enter the paradise, to enter the heaven, to be eternal. So the perfection ideal in Judaism, Solomon, in Christianity, Jesus Christ, in Japanese and Chinese is Buddha, in Indian, Avatar, in Islamic concept, Prophet Muhammad. We have to follow Sunnah. We have to follow the style life of Prophet Muhammad and live your life with the character and with the style life of Prophet Muhammad to enter the paradise and afterlife, and to live your life in pleasing way. So each school has its perfection ideal. What about ancient Egypt? What about in ancient Egypt? Will there be an equivalent model of consciousness in female form? So this is important. This important question. The perfection ideal here take a form of male. Take a form of male, but in the deep meaning of each perfection has female and male together, not a female only and not a male only. The perfection ideal here carry female and male together inside these persons. And the upper part, the outer part, take a female, a male condition, but there are some conditions take a female side, look like Virgin Mary. Virgin Mary, it's she is a female perfection ideal of Jesus Christ. This is in Christianity. For example, in Islamic concept, the female shape of consciousness equal Prophet Muhammad, the wife of Prophet Muhammad look like Aisha, look like the daughter of Prophet Muhammad, Fatima. So we have also a female perfection ideal in Christianity, in Islamic concept, and also at Indian and Japanese schools. There are an equal female with Buddha and Avatar. But I don't remind the name. I will send to you after the lecture, the female equal of Buddha and Avatar. I think I read that once. So thank you for your question. So about perfection ideal in ancient Egypt, called in ancient Egyptian language Horus. Horus. Horus in ancient Egypt meaning the enlightenment, the perfection, the ideal human being that all the Egyptian started from the king until the each one of people of Egypt follow the path of life, the teaching of tree of life, follow the teaching of philosophers, follow the style life, positive style life, to lead, to reach to the condition of Horus. Each one in ancient Egypt want to be a Horus, perfection, ideal, wanted to be an enlightenment person in his life. So Horus equal Muhammad, equal Solomon, equal Buddha, equal Jesus Christ, equal Avatar in different languages and different schools. So the symbolize of Horus take the image of falcon as an expression of the spiritual supreme and the comprehensive of the physical and spiritual wisdom that the decide person reached in the path of the tree of life. So when you start the first step in your studying of tree of life, you will be called Horus. And each stage, each level, you will be a new Horus with new consciousness, with new awareness. So you are now Horus. You are now perfection ideal follower. And each stage each level you will learn in the path of the tree of life, you will be a new Horus with new consciousness. So Horus is your perfection ideal. Horus is your goal. Horus here sitting in his chair represent controlling in the physical needs and catch hold in his right and left hand key of life, because he own the keys to new path of life, and he completely controlled in his ego, and the sun disk in the top of his head represent his soul. Each one follow Horus teachings, each one follow the teaching and the path of the tree of life. He reached to Horus condition. He will be a Horus in his life. He will live his life with consciousness, and his soul and his spirit will be shiny, will be bright. So this is the perfection ideal you have to follow. So they make the royal path, the tree of life, the royal path. In this royal path, each part of you will feed. The spirit will find its food in the tree of life through the knowledge, methods, correct ways to achieve physical state of desire. In the royal path, tree of life, your soul can also find many methods and ways to achieve its theological purpose and human feeling. So the tree of life feeds each part of you, feed your soul, feed your spirit. And our ancestors make this idea as the same painting, beautiful painting in front of you from one of the most beautiful tombs at Deir el-Medina at Luxor. The tree of life take a shape of tree, inside it a female figure, and female figure hold two vases, and each vase a long wave of water came out of these vases, and a small bird represent the soul drink from the tree of life, represent your soul, and the human shape behind the bird represent the spirit, also drink from the tree of life. So the tree of life, the royal path, will feed your spirit and your soul. The stages of the tree of life, the stages of the tree of life, comparing with the chakra system, comparing with Kabbalah school at Judaism, comparing with Sufism school at Islam. The first stage of consciousness of Horus, Kemetic school called this first stage Sefech. Sefech, and Sefech means set, ego consciousness, ego consciousness. In Indian school, called the first stage of consciousness root chakra. At Kabbalah, called it Malakot. Malakot, with the Hebrew language, Malakot, and Sufism called it the self that commands. The self that commands. You are here, حورس غرد. حورس غرد. This is your title in this stage of awareness. حورس غرد means the child or navy thinker. حورس with navy thinking. حورس that have a baby mental ideas, because all your thinking in this stage around what is the benefit to me of doing that in my life. If you started to do anything in your life and your consciousness is still in this stage, your mind asks one question: what the benefit to me of doing this? So that the ancestors in ancient Egypt call this stage of thinking sefech, set, ego thinking, ego stage, because all things, what is my benefit? What is my benefit? What is my benefit? Always searching for financial security, financial benefits. In this stage, you have to learn, you have to know about your healthy mind in a healthy body. You have to search about your physical healthy, about your ruling of each part of your organs, and how your healthy of your organs affect in your mind and your ideas. So we will start to discuss each stage deeply with more details in the next lecture, inshallah. If you wanted to join with us, you can connect with me private at WhatsApp and ask about the details of whole course of the Tree of Life in ancient Egypt. We can enter the same link again and start the discussion and your question if you want.